Let's see. So if we lead with Dragon Spark Reactor, Karn becomes free. Play Karn. Minus. Get our... Oh shit, yeah, here it is. Mystic Forge. For a second I was like thinking, it's like, oh, maybe I forgot to put a Mystic Forge at the side there, but... Another Ugin. We'll plus here. Put that Ugin onto the board. Get that off the top. Play this for free, and we start just playing cards for free now. Bam, and bam. There we go. You know, that worked surprisingly well against that deck. So right here we have Tezz's eggs. If you're not familiar with a egg-style deck, the whole idea then is that you play a whole bunch of cards for free, because originally the idea is that you play a whole bunch of zero-cost spells. Now, we're doing the idea of an eggs deck in Spirit, because we're actually going to be going and using cost reductors in the form of the Enthusiastic Mechanaut and Jorah's Familiar. And our goal is to make it so that way all of our artifacts will basically cost nothing. But the great thing about Jorah's Familiar is also reduce the cost on all historic spells, and that means all legendary cards and planeswalkers count for this, as well as all artifacts. So this means that it'll reduce the cost of like our Karns, our Tez, and even our Ugin. Now, our gameplay plan is we are a Mystic Forge style deck where we will try to play cards off the top of our deck for free thanks to the cost reductors. So we'll end up playing things like Golden Egg, get a draw from it, and just be able to keep putting all these things onto the board for free. Prosmetic Prism, same kind of idea as the egg. We play it for free, draw a card, but we can use this to help mana filter. Now, we have also in the deck a Reality Chip as a kind of a backup to the Mystic Forge. But also what's nice about the Reality Chip is that we can play anything off the top of the deck. So we can play potentially lands or even planeswalkers off the top. While Forge is strictly colorless and artifact spells. Now, our win condition, if you're trying to figure out what it is, we have Tezzert, the Master of the Bridge. Passively, it makes it so that way all of our creatures and planeswalkers now have affinity for artifacts, so for each artifact we have in play, their cost is reduced. This means that we could potentially play things like Ugin and Karn for free. But the main thing that we're using Tezzert here is for the +2, where we +2 Master Bridge will deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts we control, we gain X life. And this is also non-targeted. So we don't have to worry about our opponent suddenly getting hexproof or something to prevent us from getting this effect to work. Most of the time, we'll probably have to require Tezzeret to plus survive a turn and plus again to finish off an opponent. But with how many artifacts we have in the deck, it is possible for us to actually just bring them to the board and dome them for 20. But as a backup win condition, we also run the Dragon Spark Reactor as a 2-of. This serves as also an early removal spell for the deck as well. Whenever this or another artifact enters battlefield under control, put charge counters on it. Then we can spend 4, sacrifice it, deal damage equal number of charge counters to any player, and also that much damage up to one target creature. So it's a decent finisher if we can get to the board early. So I hope that the deck makes sense for the comboing purposes. To try to sustain ourselves against any aggro deck, we have a total of 2 copies of Meathook Massacre because this hasn't been banned out of the Pioneer format. Well, let's jump in the games and see how well this does. Alright, here, we can keep this one. Put Tez on the bottom. Tez is one of our like primary ways to win, but there are 2 in the deck. Let's go for this on red. We'll play an egg. White, blue. We'll go for a Sky Scanner. I'm not entirely sure what our opponent's up to yet. They're probably just something like hard control deck, probably. I'm gonna go for the Prism instead of going for Solemn Simulacrum, just because I feel like they're holding a counterspell magic that they just didn't want to use yet. Because we're getting pauses on whenever we cast stuff. Portable Hole gets rid of one of our small artifacts here. That's just Absorb mana I'm looking at, though. Well, let's get this absorbed. Come on, opponent. No? Okay, well, I guess we get our Simulacrum. Let's grab another red source, I guess. Go for a Soul Guide just to put this on the board. Ah, a Sensor. Okay. I'm not sure why they were so afraid of a Soul Guide hitting the board, but they could have just fired off the Sensor as a counterspell just because they felt, I gotta use this for a counterspell. Well, let's descend the attacks. Gonna throw out a Soul Guide, see if the opponent reacts. No reactions. I guess we'll attempt the Karn. Alright, there's the Absorb. So I was right, they had an Absorb. It's either that or they drew it just now. I'm not sure which, but I'm fairly certain they still had the Absorb. Alright.
Let's skip to the good part.
I don't like doing this, but let's go ahead and try for... Ooh, it resolved. I was thinking I wasn't going to get that to resolve. But we get Ugin to the board. See, with that board state, we weren't likely to get that to resolve. Our Dream Trawler for our opponent. We can actually Meathook Massacre, get rid of Trawler. One, two, three, four, five. Do they have some kind of counterspell here? Oh, they cycle the Sensor. That only increases its power, so... Go for a +1 here. Another Tez. Okay. Bring the land to the board, pass it back to the opponent. Sadly for this Tez, we only have 3 artifacts in play, but we could play this and use it for the -3 and add back the Solemn Simulacrum. Gonna plus here.
Secrets manifest before.
Go for Tez. I really probably should have just gotten rid of Shark Typhoon right away, but I actually have a plan here. So we grab Simulacrum. Get to play this for 0. This resolves, we get the effect. Now we have this for free. We blow up the Shark Typhoon. And the opponent will not be able to get the effects from it now.
You understand your past is unwritten.
Alright. We actually have a pretty decent board state. Our only problem is our lack of cards in hand. We just need to get ourselves either the Forge, or we get ourselves... Alright, opponent's going to get rid of all creatures, enchantments, and graveyards. So we'll sacrifice this to draw a card. Oh, we find the card. We actually get a Prism back for another card draw. Let's see. So if we lead with Dragon Spark Reactor, Karn becomes free. Play Karn. Minus. Get our... Oh shit, yeah, here it is. Mystic Forge. For a second I was like thinking, it's like, oh, maybe I forgot to put a Mystic Forge on the side there, but... Another Ugin. We'll plus here. Put that Ugin onto the board.
Fabric of the multiverse.
Get that off the top. Play this for free, and we start just playing cards for free now. Alright, so Solemn Simulacrum is a May, and we will take the action. So that way we can get rid of the card off top. There we go. Prism. I think we're already at lethal points of damage here because of having Dragon Spark. Let's go for the Golden Egg. Just get that little bit more. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's go ahead and just activate. Bam. And bam. There we go. You know, that worked surprisingly well against that deck. We can play this for a redraw. Our goal is to get to 4. And I think we've prioritized the redraw over the Dragon Spark, maybe, but I think we can try keeping it. Lead with this on blue. Alright, go for the redraw. Not good. Need to hit a land. Alright, we hit the land. Opponent looks like they're a Sultai, oh shoot, what's the name of that card? The one that allows you to search your deck to play, you grab 3 spells, your opponent picks 1, and then you can play the other 2. Man, why am I blanking on the name of that card? Alright, double Lotus Cobra for our opponent. We are going to hit them with the Meathook X1 here. Quite possible. It does give up the egg, but... Alright, it looks like actually we got Omnath here, so it's just... I'm not sure why the black's there. Let's see, if we go for the Solemn Simulacrum plan, possibly going to get punished for this, but I think it's probably our best bet. Because now we're at the point of draw untap land, X4 Meathook gets rid of Omnath, as well as both Lotus Cobras. Because I don't run a whole lot of removal in this deck. I'm trying to get the most out of the removal that I can. Yep. Oh, there's backup Omnath. Putting Idar Reactor for a moment, so we might see them do that Boseiju discard to get rid of Reactor. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, they're gonna march it. Okay. Let's attack him with Solemn. We'll attempt the X4. I know they have backup Omnath up there, but I'm just trying to deny them completely going off next turn, thanks to having both Lotus Cobras plus double Omnath triggers. Alright. Let's see, so if we play this, we can also play Sky Scanner, sets up a free Solemn Simulacrum if we play Tezzert next turn. Alright, Genesis Ultimatum. I knew they had some kind of Ultimatum in their deck when I was seeing the Cobras. I just didn't realize that they were a Omnath deck at first. That's Omnath number 3 for them, though, right? Yeah, because they did play the one from Exile. Alright, Risen Reef. Not a land, so it's no landfall. Double Risen Reef. Omnath's actually already done all of its triggers. Alright, let's go for Tez. Go for the Simulacrum first. That way we'll reduce our chances of drawing a land from playing Sky Scanner. We hit the Mystic Forge, but we can't play it this turn. Go for a plus here. And we just hold up on the defense.
This shall strike fear into you.
If we get the Forge down, we'll be able to play most spells off the top of our deck. All of our things are colors except for Tez, and Tez costs 6. So Ugin hitting the board isn't an auto loss. They have a Rest in Peace, so graveyards are not a thing anymore. The opponent's only got a couple cards left in deck. Do they have a Jace in their deck to give them the win if they deck out? That's the only thing I'm worried about at this point. There's got to be some other win con that I'm not thinking of that I need to be worried about, but yep. Okay, there's the Jace that I was worried about. They've set up the board states that way they can win with Jace next turn. So we have to either defeat the opponent this turn or find some way to get Jace off the board. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to think of how much mana we have and what we can do with it. Alright. I guess we'll go for the Forge first, just so we can see what's on top of the deck. Ugin we can play for free if we have this on board, so let's go for this first. And we just start trying to go off ourselves. let's actually go Ugin minus. Get rid of Jace. They might not have backup Jace in their deck. Yeah, no backup Jace. We win. A lot of the times, they go only one Jace, so confident that if they get it to resolve to the board, they're going to win. Because usually they bring it down the turn they're going to win. And by destroying that, we win the match. Oh, that's good. That's good. Shoot. Only one land. We're going to have to hit mulligan on this. Yeah, I'll keep this. Put one meat hook on the bottom. So we can bring down Mechanaut. Then next turn we can play both Prism and the Chip. Ah, red-blue. They put that into the graveyard. Oh shoot, what deck is this? That should have been a big hint for me, and I'm totally drawing a blank on what kind of red-blue spells deck this might be. Oh, Hinata. So it's got white. Alright. Well, let's get this to the board. Get rid of Opus, just in case they have some way to replay from the graveyard. And pass it back. So Meat Hook Massacre is a complete dead card here. And we know we can't draw any of the Meat Hook because we put the second copy on the bottom of the deck. We'll attempt Reality Chip just to let it sit on the board. And we'll attempt another Prism. The only drawback to Reality Chip is it is legendary. Okay, so opponent uses a Censor. Basically, they deny us a card draw, and they deny themselves the ability to cycle it for a card draw. Okay, so they don't like our Reality Chip. Well, good thing we are drawing this backup, I guess, even though we don't have any other play now. It's like I mentioned, it is legendary, so we could only ever have one on board. You know, I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice this to get the land draw right now. That way we're not missing the land drops. Ah, that's a problem. That is a big problem. So Shark Typhoon, whenever they cast any of their instant or sorceries, they will get... Actually, it's just any non-creature spell. So Fable even triggers it. Go land, and we will spend X3 here. We have 2 mana left open in case they have some kind of taxing spell. Get rid of both of these cards. Our opponent Fire Prophecies before the trigger resolves, which is actually a mistake, because then they don't get their 2/2 token. See, when we go for Karn here, I think we might have to just go and get something to stop Bugbear from being activated.
-2.
For Fencer.
Now, do we just go for the Mystic Forge, that way we can just keep playing off the top of the deck now, or do we protect the Karn by getting Spyglass, call Den of the Bugbear? I think our proper plays actually get the Mystic Forge, except we lose Karn. Or we get Meteor Golem to get rid of Shark Typhoon. I think I'm going to go for the Forge. Like I said, this is probably the wrong decision. Yep. Well, this is a lethal swing at us, right? Because they go 4 to our face, then they get a 4/4 token, and then a 7 cost token. Or, no, it's not, yeah, because it is cast. Alright, they decided still to kill the card. Probably still the best thing to do. So, let's see. This comes in for 4 damage. 9. Oh, they don't activate Bugbear? Yeah, if they activated Bugbear and actually didn't, like, ignored Karn, we were just dead. Well, let's see if we have a way to maybe play back into this game. Alright. Doesn't do anything. No, it's a good game anyways, because we got stuck on a land on top. Well, that's a shame. Alright. You know, I'm going to be crazy enough, I'm going to keep this one. We get a couple redraws, and Familiar is actually one of our stronger cost reductors. It's just unfortunately slow to play. Looks like we might be getting our first mono red deck. Alright, unfortunately we hit Mechanaut off of not having a blue source. But we can go Mechanaut now and also play Prism. That way we can like fix our mana without needing to sacrifice the maybe second egg right away. Please don't steal anything good. We can lose that. That's fine. Okay, so we don't actually need to sacrifice anything because we top deck Annihilate. We'll still play the Prism. If Mechanaut gets to survive, it means that we can go to Jorah's Familiar for 3 and then play Skyscanner 1 and Egg for free. But that's a big if. This is mono red we're talking about. It's got burn galore. Now the question is, are they going to use it on our creature, or are they going to go for face? Yep. Bone Crusher. And Firebrand. Alright. Oh, they steal our Forge. So rude. Alright. Bring this on black. Play the Familiar. And see what we can get now. They have an Ember Cleave or just kind of dead. Annex. Alright. Alright, we will block, get rid of Firebrand. Play Familiar. Play the egg first. Play this. Play Skyscanner. No attacks. Alright, opponent. No Ember Cleave, please. Because Embercleave is guaranteed death because of Annex. With how they snap that attack the way they do, I'm fairly certain they have an Embercleave. I'm sorry, why did I block there? That was supposed to block there. Yeah, there's Embercleave, and yep. The worst part is I can tell that it's an Embercleave because of just how cards turn and the way that there's that weird delay. Oh well. Okay, super awkward. I'm gonna hit Mulligan. Jeez, what's with the Mecha not showing up without the red lands? Gets another Yorion deck. No, I think we'll take this one. It goes a little slower. Put the Mechanaut to the bottom. Alright. Opponent's turn. Cruel Celebrant. Okay. Opponent's got something unique already. We'll pass it back. Unfortunately, we drew double Ugin here. I mean, it's nice having backup copies, but the card doesn't really help us too much right now. Alright, so they buy the Yarion. Alright, Mechanaut number 2 to our hand. Bring down a black source on this. Can Blackrum search up another blue source? We're looking at the fact that we can play Mechanaut and Familiar in the same turn. And a Serra Paragon for our opponent. Okay, so they have the ability to replay cards from their graveyard. Opponent's turn. If board state gets to stay as is, we can actually play Tezzert and just play out both the Familiar and Ugin for free. Then it's a case of, do we minus and kill the Ugin? Alright, they're going to claim our Mechanaut because it's the only thing small enough that they can claim. Which means they're going to sacrifice it to a some kind of draw spell. We're going to lose a life because of the Cruel Celebrant. Let's see. If we were to bring Tez to board, we'd still be able to play nothing for free now, because Doom Foretold. Actually, could we still play things for free? Let's see, so Affinity for Artifacts makes its cost 2 less, so no, we couldn't play that for free. So in that case, we'll go for Ugin. Get rid of the Paragon, because that seems like an important piece to them. Bring out another egg as extra sacrifice fodder, and pass it back. One's more likely going to sacrifice their Cruel Celebrant here, but just in case they decided that they were going to sacrifice the Doom Foretold, I didn't want to attack it with Familiar and get them easy attack in at Ugin. Okay, so second one of those down means we can sacrifice double egg here. Okay, blood type for our opponent. Sacrifice the egg, sacrifice the egg. We're like the worst deck for them to fight against because we play a lot of just junk to the board. Alright, that to the board still puts us... Actually, no, it does give us the cost reduction that we can play Familiar for free, but I don't think I want to bring it to the board. I think I'm going to go Reality Chip here. Attach it to the Familiar. Bring out second Familiar. And pass it back. Alright, mirror. They write the token. Okay, so Cat, because they probably have the Witch's Oven in their deck as well. Speak of the devil. So all we have to do is draw a card and we shut off the Witch's Oven. Let's see here. I think we will just give up the Soul Guide. Because we can play things off the top of our deck. Thanks to the Reality Chip here. At the moment we resolve card, I'm fairly certain they'll scoop. Yes, that's played for free because we have double cost. Oh, there's the card. So this shuts off Witch's Oven. Oh, we'll play the one off the top. Minus, we'll grab ourselves the Meteor Golem. May as well bring out the Tez now.
I take what I need.
So that way Meteor Golem here is free. We'll destroy the Familiar. Play another card for free.
I will defend.
Minus this one. Get ourselves Mystic Forge. And there we go. Punt scoops it up. Alright, now we were actually going to kill the opponent more than likely this turn. So I'm a little ashamed that, like, oh, they scooped. Because we're going to Mystic Forge play and we'd be able to move the land aside. We had the ability to play the Ugin probably shortly after for free, so, but we were already looking at being able to plus this for 7. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's at least 14 damage this turn. Opponent gets to untap and have nothing really on their board, so yeah. That's what we were trying to do, and it was nice to see it happen. Unfortunately, I don't like the look of this hand, because double Tez in hand, not very helpful to us. So we'll hit Mulligan. I'll keep this one. I'm going to put Meat Hook on the bottom, I think. Should have kept Meat Hook. Instant regret. I was thinking, it's like, oh, what's the odds I'm going to play against, you know, something fast in the casual queue? Alright, let's go ahead and bring down the reactor. Alright, put attacks in, and... Oh, they missed land drop, so they had to sacrifice their Skirk Prospector in order to play the Fable. We'll go for a Mechanaut. Pass it back. We are, unfortunately, lacking early plays here. Oh wow, what is this? Enters battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to your devotion to red. And then, oh, okay, so they're a Warcry deck. So they're meant to kill us all in one turn. I think I have to block this then to prevent them from getting the treasures. Let's play Skyscanner before we play our land in case we draw a tap land. Alright, land pass. Alright. So, they can always exert that to make it that way we can't block. Not sure how exert works. If it's a on-attack declaration, you can make it that way the creature won't untap next turn. So they have to declare it before they, Alright, so they're going to go for the win here. Alright, if you have never seen this combo here, you'll be able to see it now. But there you go. You gotta see the combo. Now, if the opponent had the ability to, one of the things that they do with this is, after they do their attack, if we're still alive, they play a land, and it gives them another combat. So, it actually also will untap this exerted card, and make it so that way they can, we can't block again with another creature. So, but they use a couple of these, you know, fairly bad Minotaurs, just because this card here only searches out Minotaurs, but it puts them straight to the battlefield, and they use them because they have haste. But I hope that makes sense of how the deck works. Yeah, I'll keep this. Reality Chip's actually not a bad card to play early, just because it's got that 4 toughness. We're against blue-green or mono-green ramp here. Could also still be a deck with more colors than that. We'll go for the golden egg, since I'm not expecting to be attacked by the Grazer, unless it's actually the defense attack deck. Because they'll use Grazers in that sometimes just to give them the ramp. Yeah, I was just double checking, like, if they missed the land drop, because they have this and this. So, wait. Shouldn't they be up to 5? Turn 1, play this, play land. Turn 2, play that. Oh, no. Yeah, 4. There we go. Yeah, we're good, we're good. I'm brain-dead. Alright, so we play the Mechanaut. Play the Reality Chip. So next turn we can bring down a familiar for 3. Not much else in that turn. Bring this on black. Play the familiar. No point in attacking since this has reach. We can bring this down for 2. Cost reduces Ugin down to 4. We wouldn't be able to play it, but we could play Karn and potentially anything we get off Karn. And I think we maybe call Nissa by taking a look at their hand. No, they would have played it by now. Because Nissa Who Shakes the World is a card that I'm actually really worried about. Hydro Increases. Okay. So let's see, if we bring this down, bring down Karn for 2. We won't have any untapped mana. No, we have 1 untapped mana. I couldn't play anything this turn with that, but I could get myself a Meteor Golem that I could play at a Wait, how much could I play Meteor Golem for? Meteor Golem goes down 1, 2, 3, so it actually gets really cheap for it. I think what we do is we just go for Ugin. Ugin reduces everything. Get rid of the Krasis. Play Familiar. Play Karn. Minus. And we'll grab a Forge. Play the Forge. And we may as well attack in for the little bit of damage we can. So, there we go. We did empty hand ourselves, but now we can play anything off the top of our deck for a cost reduction of up to 5. If it's not a historic spell. I mean, if it's not an artifact spell, we get a cost reduction of 2 if it's colored. So we can play Tez for 3 mana, but we can't play Tez because we still need to attach a reality chip to something. Oma, okay. So, our turn, we minus Karn, called Coma, for a Pithing Needle. Actually, let's take a, instead of a Pithing Needle,
I am not frightened.
Spyglass. This way we can see their whole hand, know what we're dealing with. Oh, that's the Nissa they're going with. Interesting, okay. I honestly thought it was the other one. Let's plus here. Get the land out of the way. Play for free. Let's eat the land out of the way. Play for free. Play this off the top. Play this for free. Do I take the action? No, I can play this off the top, so we'll play that. We'll play a Sky Scanner. Play this. Play a land. Play another Mechanon. And send some hits in the air. Okay, so I think we actually have a pretty good board state here. So, Coma can't be used for its activates, so they can't sacrifice these to tap things down, and they can't sacrifice them to protect Coma. So we can just potentially play 2 more artifacts, and we can kill it with this reactor. Now, if they use Boseiju, alright, they're going to get rid of the reactor. I was going to say, they could get rid of it. Oh, they put Tez right on top. Oh, that's bad for them. Okay, so another Krasis. It gives them some more life. They choose not to attack. Alright, just keep playing things for free. And we just need a couple more cards onto the board. Go ahead and plus here, get that out of the way. I guess we'll reveal the Tez, so that way we can play this for free. Plus, mean, we technically already have the ability to kill our opponents. Come on, land, quit getting in the way. It doesn't matter, we don't need to plus the card, so play new card on the board.
Until you have muted the statue, none, I will not.
Bring out Meteor Golem for free. Give the opponents a good game because they are being such a good sport here. And blast them. Love you, opponent. We unfortunately didn't get enough artifacts to the board just to kill them with the blast. I had to do the attack, but that was still really cool, in my opinion, of how the cards work together. So this was Tez Eggs, and as we got to see, it is a little slow for being able to deal with anything that's super aggressive, but any opponent that takes their time and lets us go off, it's such a fun combo. Now, how much cost reduction this gives to all of our creatures and planeswalkers due to the Affinity skill is such a good thing that getting this on the board early still actually ends up being such a good payoff. And the Ugin combo with Mystic Forge, we've seen it and done it before, and it's actually really cool. Although this is my first time doing it with Jor's Familiar, and truly making it so that way, like, anything we get off the top is so heavily cost reducted, it's amazing. The Mechanauts are actually a good and bad card for the deck, because they help us get to these, like, Familiars and other 4-drops as potential turn 3 plays. But they also allow us, like, early game-wise, getting, like, all those early egg plays also for free, getting the plays. The only thing is they get awkward once when they're coming off the top of the deck, because we'll have to always play the red and blue for them. But still, they're actually a really cool card for this build. If you want to actually do this and you don't have the Meathook Maskers, you actually can do this combo without it. I only put them in there just as a way to help us out against like opponents that were going super fast aggro, and give us a chance to play against them if we drew it. But the fact that we have like mainboard Soul Guide Lanterns is also really helpful against anyone who's using any recursion. And it works, actually, as a just fun deck just to mess with. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.